Welcome to The Explainer. If you're trying to figure out how to speed up your software releases without, breaking everything, you are in exactly the right place. Today we're diving deep into the best practices for automated testing. So here's what we've got on tap. We're going to start with the promise and the peril. Then we'll map out a blueprint for success, get into the weeds of building smarter scripts, talk about how to avoid some really common traps, and finally, figure out how to measure and scale this whole thing. Let's get right into it.
It's so tempting to look at automation as this magic wand you can just wave at all your testing problems. But the truth is, it's a lot more like a powerful sword. If you don't have the skill, the strategy, and a really clear purpose, you can do more harm than good. Have you ever felt like you're just stuck in a loop, running the exact same checks over and over and over again, just to make sure some new code didn't break an old feature? Well, that's regression testing. And that's exactly the kind of pain that automation is built to solve.
A really common myth is that automation is here to replace testers, but that's not it at all. The real goal is to empower them. By handing off all those boring, repetitive tasks to a robot, you free up your human experts to do what they do best: creative, exploratory testing. That's the stuff where human intuition makes all the difference.
But here's the flip side, right? This is the peril. It's way too easy to fall into this trap of automation for the sake of automation. You end up investing a ton of time and resources into this really impressive system that doesn't actually solve a core problem. It doesn't deliver any real return on that big investment.
Okay, so how do you avoid that trap? Well, you do it with a solid blueprint. It's just like building a house, right? You would never start without a plan. Same thing here. You need a plan before you write a single line of test code. This is your foundation.
Think of your automation plan as your North Star. It all starts by answering a simple question. Why are we even doing this? Are you looking for speed? More consistency? Once you know your why, you can decide what to automate, work with your developers to prep the app, and, this is crucial, define what success actually looks like before you even start.
So this is really all about choosing your battles. The absolute best things to automate are the tasks that are repetitive, stable, and driven by a lot of data. If you try to automate a part of your app that's constantly changing, well, you're just signing yourself up for a maintenance nightmare.
All right, blueprints in hand, it's time to build. But listen, not all scripts are created equal. Let's look at the core principles for writing tests that are tough, easy to read, and, most importantly, easy to maintain down the road.
One of the most fundamental principles for writing a great test is something called the Arrange, Act, Assert pattern, or AAA for short. It's a really simple structure that keeps every single test focused on one objective. That makes them way easier to understand and debug. Let's break it down with a simple login test.
Okay, the first A is for Arrange. This is your setup. For our login test, that just means opening the browser and going to the right page. You're just setting the stage.
Next up, you act. Here's where you perform one, and I mean one, single action. This is the thing you actually want to test. So we enter a valid username and password, then we click the login button. The key is keeping it laser-focused on that one single interaction.
And finally, assert. This is the moment of truth. Did it work? Did the login actually happen? We check to make sure the user is now on their dashboard page. And that right there is where the test passes or fails. See? Simple, focused, and crystal clear.
So AA gives you great structure for a single test. But for your entire test suite to be successful, it needs to follow what we call the RUM principles. These 4 ideas are what will keep your tests from becoming this tangled, unmaintainable mess over time.
What's so powerful here is how all these principles feed into each other. If you write modular scripts, they're automatically more reusable. If you use clear names, they become understandable. And if you keep your test data separate, your scripts become way more maintainable. It's this combination that stops your test suite from becoming a total headache to manage.
Look, every big journey has its challenges, and the path to automation is no different. So let's talk about the most common mistakes that teams make so you can see them coming and just steer clear.
Let's just walk through 4 of the biggest traps. First, automating too early. You do this before a feature is stable, and all you get are constantly failing tests. Second, creating these super complex end-to-end tests. They're slow, they break easily. A much better way is to follow the testing pyramid. Lots of small, fast unit tests at the bottom. Third, skipping a proof of concept. This can lock you into the wrong tools for the job. And finally, ignoring your metrics.
If you do that, you can never actually prove the value of all your hard work. Okay, so you've built your tests, you've avoided the common traps. What now? The final piece of the puzzle is proving their value and getting ready to scale your efforts, to go from just a handful of scripts to a full, comprehensive automation suite. This is how you prove the return on your investment. Automation isn't just a cool technical project. It has to deliver real business value. And you measure that by asking the right questions. Are we shipping features faster? Are our testing costs actually going down? And maybe most importantly, how many critical bugs is this automation catching before they ever get to a user? That's what really matters.
And as your needs grow, you can really scale this up. Instead of running tests one by one, tools today let you run hundreds of tests in parallel, all at the same time across different browsers and operating systems. This is how the big teams get almost instant feedback on their code changes.
So if there's one thing to take away from all of this, it's this. Automated testing isn't a project you just finish. It's a living system that has to grow and evolve right alongside your application. The real question isn't, are we automating? It's, is our automation still delivering value today? Thanks for watching.